Welcome back, everybody, back to the channel, the Goblins and Warlocks, in a continued series that I'm doing for everybody that was highly requested for me to break down each role in Ultimate Werewolf stream. Again, I ordered the Super Collector's Edition off Kickstarter. It's not available anymore, but if you would like to get, you can still get the cards. You just have to go to the Bazaar's Games website. I'm sorry if I'm butchering it. I should also say this is nowhere near sponsored by them, which I would love to have them as a sponsor, but I'm not famous enough. So yeah. Anyway, I'm starting to digress as it is. So now, in this video, I've already done the others video, which should have already posted. If not, hopefully it will be soon. But yeah, it should be posted. And then I'm breaking down each role because this was requested. Again, disclaimer, I'm not doing any homebrew roles like from the Dice Tower Werewolf group because we've created so many different roles for games and stuff, and I've created a lot. I'm not doing any of those. I'm doing the only official roles out of the box that is with the game. So in this episode, we're breaking down all the Seers. Seer has a +7. I didn't really do this too much in the last video, but pretty much all the Seers we have today are going to have some kind of plus because they're with the village. They're trying to help the village. I won't really go into numbers actually until I'll still do that video on how to play the game. Numbers really come in. But anyway, we have the Seer. Each night learns if a player is a wolf or not. Now there's other stuff in the game like a lichen or a wolf man that can mess with the Seer's looks. Like if there's a lichen in the game, which we'll eventually get to in one of the series videos, but a lichen appears to the Seer as a werewolf, or if a wolf man, if she looks at the wolf man appears to the Seer as a villager. There's stuff that can mess with the Seer's vision, but this is strictly what they're doing. Each night you choose a player, learn if they're a wolf or not. If depending on who's in the village, they might bluff being a Seer and try to protect the Seer, but the Seer usually finds a werewolf. Maybe they try to be good and live long enough to get a couple werewolves, then come out with their information, because once it gets later in the game, if the wolves kill them before the Seer gets out their information, it's great for the wolves, it's really bad for the village. But it's just heartbreaking if you're just a plain werewolf and the Seer finds you and just outs you to the village, and you're just like, all right, it's rough. So we've created a lot of different versions of the Seer, and I have a lot of the official roles come out, and there's a bunch of different types of Seers in those. So without further ado, oh yeah, they also have added 3 Seers to the group. I don't know why. Oh, it has green in it, and I have a green screen. But there's 3 copies of this for like bigger games. So like if you're a massive game, you can have 3 Seers. And actually, let me check, see if the rules say anything. It doesn't say, so I guess you can have 3 Seers in the game and they can wake up and choose one person. That'd be interesting. Anyway, that'd be weird. But anyway, do you have 3 copies of the cards of bigger games? I don't know. Also, I've added other roles that see stuff too, not specifically says Seer in the titles, as we have the Paranormal Investigator. Once per game, you get to do this ability once. Choose a player and learn if that player or one of their neighbors is a wolf. So you got Jim, Bob, Billy, and Ben, right? You got those 3 sitting right there. Let's at the one in the middle, and it gets a thumbs up. That means one of them, or all of them, or 2 of them. There's a wolf in there somewhere. They could be more than one wolf. They get a no. You're effectively cleared 3 people. Again, there's also roles there in the game that can mess with this, right? Let me double check actually. Paranormal Investigator might be a little bit different. They might have worded it a little bit different. And if that's the case, maybe his stuff is not. Let's see. Mara does not say which or how many of those players are wolves. Learn if one of his or her neighbors are a wolf. I will play it just like the Seer. So if there's a lichen in there, one will pop up for a wolf. If there was a wolf man, then it wouldn't pop up as a wolf. But you're looking at 3 people, so can't really go wrong with this. So it's a one-time ability, so you might want to hold off on your ability and wait till later when there's less players and probably try to clear a couple people if you haven't gotten a wolf. All right, now I'm doing all the traditional like Seers that initial, then I'll go into the new ones they came out with. We have the Aura Seer. Each night, learn if a player has a role other than a plain villager or a plain werewolf. So you got your plain villagers, plain wolves, right? They don't have any other kind of powers. You can look at somebody. This bodyguard counts because they're not a plain villager or a plain werewolf. Any role in the game that is not one of those two, get a thumbs up for it. So maybe this is good if the bodyguard is trying to claim a villager. You looked at them, and you know they're not a plain villager. Or if a wolf is claiming to be a plain villager, you got a thumbs up. Well, maybe if it's a plain werewolf claiming to be a plain villager, you got a thumbs down, meaning that they're one or the other. So I don't know. It's one of those ones you gotta work around. It's one of those tricky seer roles. You'd be more powerful when you have less villagers. We have the apprentice seer. When the seer is eliminated, you become the seer, waking up each night to learn if a player is a wolf or not. Now the apprentice seer acts like a regular seer. Now, if the moderator chooses to, maybe you had a special seer, maybe you had a mystic seer or a seer, maybe they'll just take on what that seer was. But let me double check to see what the official rules say. Apprentice seer wakes up each night and is asked to look for wolves. It does not review any results other than a seer has been eliminated until the seer has been eliminated. So it doesn't really say much. Again, listen to the rules when the moderator starts this game. If the apprentice seer be taking on, if they had a special kind of seer, be taking that specific seer's abilities. Otherwise, the apprentice seer acts just like a regular seer. But they do not wake up until the original seer is dead. You're the backup seer if you're the apprentice seer. All right, they changed the art on this. The original art was a dude in like a top hat or something. Now we got an older lady. She is the mentalist. This is one of the ones I personally like a lot. Each night choose 2 players to learn if they're on the same team. These are very special. These are I usually run these especially if I have a 3-player game. If I have a third party like the Red Wolves or the cult leader or something like that, or the Tanner. Mentalist helps you try to figure out who's what. So you'll look at 2 players, you'll get 2 thumbs up if they're on the same team, thumbs up and thumbs down if they're not on the same team. And that's all you learn for those 2 players, and then you get to do this each night. You cannot choose yourself because that'd be broken. You know that person's not on your team. You can choose 2 people other than yourself. And that is the mentalist. Now, the mystic seer. Some beautiful art. I will say that much. Now the Mystic Seer, this is some beautiful art, by the way. I love this art. Mystic Seer, each night you look at a player and learn their exact role. Like in Wolfman, it doesn't matter. You learn their exact role. If you're playing in person, the moderator show you their card. If you play online, of course, they'll send you their exact role. Also at the same time, depending if you have items and stuff, you'll learn if they have any items too. You learn everything you need to know about that player if you're Mystic Seer. When I do my custom homebrew game of the sister seers, one's evil, one's bad, they have the Mystic Seer power. That homebrew, you can't lose your seer or your whole team dies. So now we're going to get into the new seer roles that came out. That they come out with. This one looks like the Mystic Seer, but it's not the Mystic Seer, it's the Oracle. You get the Mystic Seer power for 1 time per game. Once per game, you get to choose to look at somebody and learn their exact roles. Exact role, and then you don't do anything else the rest of the game. Depending on the game, if you have numbers instead of roles, they might still call your number, but if you already used your power, you will not. If they calling roles, they'll probably still call Oracle every night just to off the illusion in that you did not use your power. But you get 1 Mystic Sea ability, 1-time thing throughout the whole game, so use it wisely. And here's a new one, so kind of a new fan favorite. It's the One-Eyed Seer. Each night learn if a player is a wolf or not a wolf. If you find a wolf, like if you look at Jim Bob and find out he's a wolf, I'm not using those names a lot, but it's, you know, I don't know, it's the first thing that's on my mind. You look at them and they find out they're a wolf, that person must die or be eliminated, or you can use your ability again. So if you find a liking that's coming up, is a villager that's coming up a werewolf, bad to say, but that person has to be eliminated before you can start using your power again. So you're a one-eye seer. You only, as soon as you find a wolf, that person's got to be eliminated before you can keep going. It's not as powerful as a regular seer. Now we have the elusive seer. The first night, learn who all the plain villagers are, and that's your one time on the very first night, night 0, or the game even, or when everybody, first night when the wolves learn who's on their team. You wake up and find out who is just plain villagers, don't have anything, don't do anything, and you know who they are. This seems like it's very powerful to me. So like, if somebody's trying to claim a villager, but you already know who's plain villagers. Somebody's trying to, like a wolf's trying to claim a plain villager, you're all right. No, you're not. I know you're not a plain villager. But this is very powerful. So first time you find out who the plain villagers are, and you just come out with your info right away. So I don't know why I don't use it. I think because once you give out your power, you're done, and you don't do anything else. I don't know. You want to bait and trap somebody? I don't know. Soothsayer. During the first night, you learn if any 2 players are on the same team. Again, this is the mentalist power just rolled up into one-time use, and it's the first night. So you can just you have to do it on the first night. Look at 2 players, find out if they're on the same team. We have that information like night 0. We have a reactive seer now, which I might want to try soon. Each night after a player on the village team is eliminated during the day, you may try to find them. So you won't use your power unless a villager has been killed during the day. That's the reactive seer, which I might try to run on my next game. I'm just thinking about doing so. But that's it. The reactive seer don't do anything unless y'all kill a villager during the day. So if you don't kill any villagers, kill nothing but wolves, you're already doing well as a team, so don't have anything to complain about. So anyway, that's all the seer roles in the game. A little bit shorter video. I chose all cards that actually do any kind of seeing at night, which is mentalist and stuff like that, the paranormal investigator. As far as on the village team, I think there might be, trying to think if there's any others that does seeing like that too. No, I don't think so. There's a mystic wolf, but I'm saving those until actually when I do the wolf rolls. So anyway, this is all the village seers, to say, video, and covering all the roles and how they actually work. Anyway, like I said, they're given 3 seer roles, 3 seer cards. I'm assuming for like way bigger games. I don't know. And all 3 seers wake up and know who each other are and choose somebody, I guess. I don't know. I don't see you ever using more than 1 seer. So. Other than that, hope you enjoyed this video. Keep them going with more roll cards for the wolves, the turnings. I pretty much got in my mind how I'm going to break up the videos. Probably do all the rolls they could possibly turn, like cursed. Have that on their own video. I'll do wolves, like their special rolls. Oh, the minion types, they're on the werewolf team, but not werewolves. I'll do a separate video for them. So hope y'all enjoyed the video. This one's not as long as the last one, thankfully. But please smash that like button, subscribe. There's links down to my Discord. There's links down to the Werewolf Discord. There's links to the Facebook Werewolf group if you want to get into games. There's links to my Twitch. I didn't say this in the last video, but there's links to my Twitch down in the description if you want to come watch our games. If I'm streaming it, I do a lot of streaming of D&D, so if you're interested in D&D, also there's that. And come watch. Please come support and help me out with these videos as much as possible and help me grow. But until next time, catch you in the next video. Peace! Standing at the cross.